Hello stampers and crafters, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today's project is this one. It's a really cute fun fold for people who just love hugs and uses the Hearts and Hugs bundle from Stampin' Up. We're going to make this exact same fun fold card only in a bit of a different color. So if you want to see how to make this card, please keep watching. So for our card, we're going to start with a little bit of stamping and a little bit of coloring. We are using the Hearts and Hugs bundle from Stampin' Up. This is a 10 stamp cling stamp set. And then the coordinating dies, which we're going to be using some of these dies here, 4 of them to be exact. There are also these flowers and hearts. They're super cute. If you go to my blog, sassypapercrafts.com, you will see a card where I just used those cute little elements there. And then also one where I use the walrus. We're not going to be using the walrus today. We're going to be using all of the other animals, but I'm going to get my dies out. And then my scrap piece of paper, and like I said, 4 dies. So I need our hamster, our badgers, our little mouse, and then our sentiment that says, I could just hug you. I personally am not a hugger. So if you are a hugger, if you're not a hugger, let me know in the comments, which side are you on, hugger or not hugger. We're going to ink up all of our animals first in Memento ink because I am going to be coloring with Stampin' Blends. And when you're using Stampin' Blends, you want to use Memento ink because it doesn't bleed. It doesn't move around with the alcohol-based markers. Now I will say I hug some people. I will hug my husband. I will hug somebody who needs a hug, somebody who is sad. It's not my favorite thing. I'm more of a high five, handshake kind of a person. All right, and then we're gonna ink up our sentiment in a little bit. We're actually going to cut out the banner first, and then I'm gonna stamp it up, or stamp it. I'm gonna put it right there. Now we're going to use a few blends and only 2 colors. I'm going to use Smoky Slate, and these come in a combo pack. There is a light and a dark of each color. So there's Smoky Slate here, and we're going to be doing the same card but in Petunia Pop, one of the new in colors. So I'm going to start with the Smoky Slate, and I've been practicing my coloring lately. I still don't think it's perfect by any means, but it's getting a lot better. I'm getting better at shading. So I'm going to be kind of talking through what I'm doing. So for the 4 faces, I like to go in lightly. I don't like to get super dark with the face because it's an outline, right? And black ink. And so if you get too dark, if I match that black ink, you're not going to be able to see the details. So I'm just going in with the light Smoky Slate first. And we're going to just make our badgers all Smoky Slate. And I'm going to go over the nose and like the part of the ear here. I'm going to go over with the Petunia Pop. So we're going to leave that. But I'm going over the whole face to start. And then I'm going to come in with the dark and do a little bit of shading. So the trick too with blends is if you want them to blend, you need to do it while they are still wet, and they dry pretty quickly because they are alcohol based, and rubbing alcohol, it just absorbs, right? It evaporates really quick. So you kind of got to move fast to get them to blend really well. That's what I'm learning anyway. Like I said, it's still a work in progress. I'm still working on it. Now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of getting some shading going on here, but I want this to blend really well, so I'm going to move in pretty quick so I can blend that together. And you see how nicely that all blends together. So I'm just going to continue working on getting all of my animals here filled in with that Smoky Slate. Okay, now that I have all my Smoky Slate pieces colored, I'm going to go in with the Petunia Pop, and I'm going to start with the light. And if I want to make it darker, I can. And I'm just going to color in the ears, the noses in Petunia Pop. I did it in Calypso Coral on our sample card. I'm also going to do this heart that the little mouse is holding. I'm just going to start with the light, and if I want to make it darker, I can. I always find it's easier to make things darker, not quite as easy to make them lighter. On our little hamster or gerbil, I'm also doing his little hands and feet because they kind of have different colored hands and feet, I think. And I've never had a hamster or a gerbil. I'm not a rodent fan either. I don't like hugs and I don't like rodents. So I've never had a gerbil or a mouse, but I think their little hands and feet are different. I think that looks good. I'm not going to do anything with the dark Petunia Pop. So we are done coloring. I do have my color lifter out, though I noticed a little bit on the tail here where I kind of went outside the line. So I'm just going to scribble that a tiny bit. And I see a little piece there and there. The color lifter is great for picking up that color. It doesn't completely erase it, but it kind of blends it in. It is blends, but you can also even go into the color itself if you'd like. I'm not going to do too much, but you can go into the color itself and lighten it up. I'm also learning that with my coloring. So now we're going to die cut these out, and again I'm just going to put the coordinating dies over each one and run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And also I'm going to cut out a blank banner. So I'm going to do that, clean up my stamps, and then I will show you how to put this card together. So everything is all nice and die cut. I did have a little oopsie when I was running everything through the machine. Our little mouse scooted over just a bit and now is a little wonky. I've decided I'm just not going to use him. Normally I would just restamp it, recolor it, but I want to make this card, so we're just going to change plans slightly. Because I'm already stamping my sentiment, which I'm going to show you now, we're going to stamp some hearts on the inside, and we're going to color them really quick. So I'm going to ink up the sentiment, and on our little banner here, I'm going to go all the way over to the right, making sure I'm on there straight as I can. Looks good to me. Oh, I don't want to put that away yet. I want to get our inside panel. And all the measurements for this card are on my blog, so you can see exactly what size paper you need to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink up the hearts here and just put them in the corner. Now we're done with this ink. To the side, I just have my Petunia Pop. This one is the dark one. I'm going to color that in really quick, and I think I'm only going to do half there. We'll come back in and do the light just to give it a little bit of shading. Really quick color. And that is instead of having our little mouse inside of the card there, which I thought was really cute, but he's just a little too wonky, so I can't do it. Okay, now I have all my pieces for my card. I do need to take my banner here and my paper snips and just cut straight up because we don't need that whole banner. Then I need my pieces here. Again, all the measurements are on my blog. I did emboss these too with the cute crochet 3D embossing folder. It is very cute. And I just went sideways with it and put both panels in there, and they turned out like that. They are very cute and super textured and detailed, and I love them. So, and then we're using the Thoughtful Designs. I think this is what it's called, the Thoughtful Designs specialty paper. It's only one-sided, but that's that petunia pop in there. And it kind of goes into like a nice calypso coral, but I just cut it so where you could see the petunia pop, and then just a little bit of that in the corner. That might even be peach pie. I'm going to put that on our piece here. And then I have this piece which is 9 by 4, and it's scored at 3 inches and 6 inches. And I'm just going to fold it like that. So it's kind of a Z fold, kind of an accordion fold. I'm not really even sure what this fold is called. I just know it's quick, easy, and it fits in a regular envelope, and I like that. So now we're just going to lay this out. So how it's going to look is it's going to look like this when it's closed. So we need a panel there, and then we need a panel on the other side and there, right? No, that's not right. I'm going to put this down. It goes like this. There. So it's easier to just put this down, I think. So on the piece that's all the way over to the right, put your seal on the back of that, and then just center it right there. Then we're going to fold like that. Now, as I say, where'd my animals go? We're going to get some dimensionals and pop these guys up. And I liked the badgers on the first piece, just because they were bigger. And also I liked when you opened it up and this gerbil is just like, surprise hug. I just thought that was cute. And we're going to put some seal on the back of our sentiment, stick it all the way over to the left, and then we're going to put some seal on the back of this, and this is going to be our front. I burnished it the wrong way, so it doesn't want to close. Try to burnish it the right way, see if I can get it to stay closed a little better. There. And then we'll take our little hamster gerbil. I really honestly don't even know the difference between a hamster and a gerbil. I'm going to put him right there, and some more seal. Open it up, and then our stamped piece to write in. And we're not done yet because I want to add a little bling. So I have some of the adhesive back pearl trio. These come in Calypso Coral, Misty Moonlight, and Petunia Pop. We're going to grab some of these Petunia Pop pearls. Just kind of randomly place them. There. Yeah. And that is our card. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more card making tutorials and projects from me. If you liked the Hearts and Hugs bundle, be sure to head to sassypapercrafts.com to see more ideas using this bundle. And again, I really hope you enjoyed this card. I just think it's super cute. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.